Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go ahead update Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and maybe go over a couple other assets. This one I'm primarily going to focus on Bitcoin though, guys, and I'm going to do another one on Ethereum, give a little picture. So we got some new updated information. Bitcoin decided to go up, test $25,000 levels again yesterday. Maybe completing off a wave sequence up there. I've been posting this on Twitter, showing you guys. This is the head and shoulders pattern that I've been looking at. There's various ways you can do this. One asset that completed the head and shoulders and busted out of it is VeChain. So VeChain is looking really, really good, guys. And if you bought the dip on VeChain, looks like you're doing really well. I don't know what percentage has gone up, but you know, VeChain's looking pretty good, guys. So here's the trend. You check out this trend here on Bitcoin. So we got a few things to talk about today, guys. Okay. It touched it there, came back around, touched it, whizzed through it, touch, and then over there, and maybe a back test over there. Now, that's not to say that this is going to do a launch from there. Okay, guys. I find it interesting. I haven't seen anybody use that one yet. You know, I like to find the patterns that nobody else is using, right? So most people probably put it like right across here, okay? So I got that trend line because it was support off that line and everything over there, guys. So here it is with Bitcoin. What we got to do is figure out if it's going to launch. Now, at the end of the day, guys, before we go any farther, okay, you do have a 5-wave pattern here, okay? Now, you have to be aware of something. You have a very good argument. Bitcoin went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I don't like that pattern. I don't like that. And I'm going to explain to you why here in a second. One of the reasons I don't like that is because of the depth of this B wave. Okay. This B wave came down and it did hit 1.618, which is acceptable, came down 38.2%. So if this is going to be making that move, this is still probably got more of a launch over here, guys. Okay, what they're talking about is the flat move. Some of these guys you might see on the tubes, they're talking about the flat move, the expanded flat move at that, guys. So at least a 1.618, 2.618, and something of this size and magnitude. This is huge, guys. Like this thing could launch. Just like it's been launching right there. Just keep on going like that. I make a flat, something like that. You can see them in cryptocurrencies that they do this type of move, smaller cryptocurrencies, and they do launches, guys. Like if you're good at finding flats before they launch, expanded flats in crypto, you can make a lot of money. I'm not that good. They usually take you by surprise. They're very difficult to find. Only after the fact can you really notice that they're there. So you want to be aware of that. That's the option. That's probably the bearish option. And the reason I disagree with that is that here at Bitcoin, this would be a 3-way move. Then you have a flat and it's coming down for another 3-way move. And the reason I disagree with that is because I don't think Bitcoin is going to be making a massive correction like that, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'll explain to you why. I'll make this kind of brief and explain to you why I don't agree with that. For Bitcoin, to make this 3-way move and swing back up and do another 3-way move over here like this. So let's say 3-wave and it's doing a 3-wave and then another 3-wave over here like that, right? And it's coming down, say 3K. To make that argument, okay, I'll explain this. I'll make this very simple for you to understand, is that you have to say that the sequence was finished here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done. And it's correcting this whole cycle, okay? I'm going to show you that's probably not true. The probabilities are in my favor. And the other reason I say that too, guys, is that just think about Bitcoin for a second, okay? You have a volatile asset. And I know some people compare this. I've seen this thing compared to Amazon.com. I've seen it compared to Nortel Networks that went defunct, I think like 15 or 20 years ago, or whenever it did. All kinds of these other charts that just like, you know, these charts they go like this. They go up and then, yeah, look at this one, you know, they just went down and now they're out of business. I can't remember the other names of charts everybody does. You know, the behaviors of Bitcoin is the people that are in Bitcoin, the people that are in Amazon are in Amazon. And, you know, is there some overlap? Yes. Can the charts look similar? Yes, they can. I could take any chart. I can go get a chart from probably 1925 and put it on here and hey, look at this chart. You know, this company was around since 1925 and they went out of business in 1936. And it's the exact same looking chart, guys. Look, you know, I mean, I can do that all day long. I don't have time for that stuff, looking at other charts, because I'm interested in Bitcoin, guys. Okay, Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. So here's the deal with it. All right, here's the problem that they have. Okay, they don't look like little handy indicators called relative strength index. Okay, so I'm going to show you something right here. When you have a third wave, which wave has the most momentum? The third wave, right? The third wave. And which wave down here has the most momentum in Bitcoin? In the weekly, we'll go over to it. It's right here. You see that? This wave right there. Okay. So that's a third wave of that wave. Third wave, fifth wave. Divergence. Wave 1, 2. Now you have this wave, but it's lower than that wave. So this wave is the sun of this wave. Okay. So what that means is this is 1, 2, and this wave is 1, 2. It's a lower sequence of that wave. This is the daddy. This wave is the daddy. This is the son. And then this guy grows up and he gets married and he has another son over here. Okay. So this one took it out a little bit right there. Okay. And you have a debate on this one because this can make it a little bit confusing, but more than likely just the magnitude of that one is probably a lower sequence of that one. So this is smaller than that one, smaller than that one. And you can see the corrections get a little bit different and a little bit shallower too. So this was a deepest correction, I think, 96. Maybe this one was 96 or something. This was a little bit more, a little bit less, excuse me. And this is a little bit less over here. So you can see with Bitcoin right now, this is the trajectory of Bitcoin over a long period of time, just like this. Okay. And it's probably going to be going into some sort of massive third wave with a bunch of corrections in there. Okay. It's not going to be an easy ride, guys. All right. It's going to be a third wave like this. Okay. But it's going to be going up and to the right. So that's the issue that they have that they're glancing over, and they're not showing you that side of it to get people scared. Now here's the monthly chart. We can go over the monthly chart and look at Bitcoin again too, guys. So here we go. Relative strength index. Which one has the most momentum? The third wave, right? All right, we go to this one. Which one has it? Look at there, right there. The same one. You see that? And that one on the monthly is lower than that one. That's the son of that. This is the daddy. That's the son of that one. This one got married and had a son, and now this is the son of that one. So you see, now it makes sense. Lower sequence of that, lower sequence of that. This started the whole deal right here. And Bitcoin's up and to the right. And if you think about it, guys, Bitcoin is a hard asset. So like the guy over at Invest Answer says, he's right. He's right. It has limited supply. Okay. So more than likely with Bitcoin, it's up and to the right for an asset like this, guys, for a long, long time, with obvious corrections in there. So the argument of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the end of the sequence, is going to do a mega crash and come down. Probably not like what they're saying like that, guys. I doubt it. So that's just my take on it. We got a bumpy ride right now. Let's go back to a daily chart. Take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, guys, take a look at Bitcoin. We have a bumpy ride right now. And one of the reasons why is such a bumpy ride and there's so much apprehensive disbelief in the markets is because of what's going on in the economy and in the macro environment. Okay. So you have, a lot of people that are still on the sidelines and they've been told don't to invest because, interest rates are going up and there's just no way a risk on asset can go up like Bitcoin while our interest rates are going up, right? That's what they've been told. And a lot of the times they're right, but a lot of the times they're wrong. All you got to do is go study the 1970s bear market, okay? Instead of taking somebody's word for it. If that was true, they're raising rates all through the whole 70s, most of it, all the way to 1980s, I think, or something. It should have been just going down, and it didn't. 1970s was sideways action, right? Sideways. It was sideways. but it still went up and down in there. So that's the point. Okay. Now, with Bitcoin here, the other thing I'm looking at too with Bitcoin is now that it has a sequence with a whole bunch of divergence. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm looking at. You take it on this cycle, right? You have a cycle that Bitcoin did. Okay. So from here, you can see this cycle and went all the way up just right there. You got a whole bunch of bearish divergence, and you take your cycle on the daily, boom, it came down and broke that cycle. So what is Bitcoin doing? What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin, in my opinion, there's a couple of options with Bitcoin, okay? In my opinion, two options. It is either finished there and it's going to come back in this area, I should say, this area. Don't hold me to that. I'm not saying exactly, right? You know, not exactly, somewhere around here. And it's going to be doing a pretty decent, maybe a pretty decent correction to here, or maybe even down to here. Who knows? Okay. Or Bitcoin is extremely bullish. That's it. That's it. And then do a correction, in my opinion. Is it done with this whole wave sequence? We'll see what's going to happen with the correction over here. But you take a look at that RSI, you see that it came up and it went all the way down there in the daily. It reset that. That's a break of that cycle, guys. So what I'm saying is there's a good shot that that could be wave one of the fifth, of a FOMO fifth. It could be, guys. That's undeniable right there. All right, so let's take a look at the RSI over here in previous history. And using the previous third wave is not a good example, but something is definitely going on over there. And in my opinion, this is not a good time to be out of the market in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies and sitting on the sidelines, because there's a good shot that this thing could really probably go up significantly after maybe a correction. It's just going to depend. But you see, here's wave one from 2019. And if you see that wave, you see how it kind of went up, corrected, and just steadily went up 300%. You know, that's not a good example. The only other example here recently that Bitcoin did was this wave. And that wave right there was a flat move. Okay. In that area, you see this, I have it circled. You see how it went up, and then it was in this area and it came down in a little baby expanded flat. I guess you could say on the chart, it looks like a baby. Probably at the time, it went from 11,900 and went all the way back down to 10,000. So probably at the time when they were going through it, they were probably hair on fire. Oh my gosh, it's going to zero, right? And then boom, it turned around. So if you see right here, it went up into a wave. So you got a wave there. It corrected that wave. So you have a correction right there, and you got a correction right there. And it dragged it back down. It blasted back up, and it went all the way back down there. And the only one that's comparable to that wave sequence is over here, like that one. You see how that one went way up and back down, and it blasted off. So that's the only one that's comparable. The only thing I don't like about it is this is a third wave, guys. That's a third wave, and this over here is not a third wave. I'm still open for debate, what's being formed over here. But anyhow, this over here, okay, you see how it did that? It's eerily similar over here, up in that wave, and it blasted up to that wave, okay, and boom, and drag it back down, just like this one over there, guys. So, and you can see in this scenario what happened next. It got all the way down there. Everybody got bearish again, and it turned around, and it was a rocket ship for the next, September to January. That's it was just vertical. It's parabolic, guys. See that? Yeah, parabolic. So now we're over here. So it's going to remain to be seen what is going to be going on, guys. But like I said in my previous videos yesterday, I said don't get too bearish in the cryptocurrency market, okay? So there's going to be a lot of arguments too with the you want to pay attention to the traditional financial markets, what they're going to be doing over there. Still waiting for that whole area, guys, to see what's going to be going on over there. I don't want to go into it too much. I just wanted to go over Bitcoin and explain to you some things here too, okay? Just because there's a lot of people that are still pretty bearish on Bitcoin. And where is my chart? On the chart with Bitcoin, and just going over the weekly chart on Bitcoin with you guys, is there's a lot of there's a lot of debate with Bitcoin, what it did here and the trajectory that it's going. Okay. You know, with Ethereum, in my opinion, is that I think Ethereum is going up into a fifth wave. And I'm sitting here looking at Bitcoin. I'm going like, wait a second, you know, if Ethereum's going to possibly be doing some sort of fifth wave move up, you know, probably Bitcoin's not going to be, you know, Bitcoin's probably going to be doing something similar. And in my opinion, you have landing on the trend, you know, you take it off a line, it landed on that trend perfectly. And the whole big issue with me is this area right here, guys. On Ethereum, it's a different scenario. It's a different situation. Bitcoin was in the correction from 15 February to probably right around May. So it was in there for 3 months. For Ethereum, it was only 40 days, guys. It was 40 days. You go over here to Ethereum chart and you take a look at Ethereum in that area, guys, right here. Here, I'll show you something. I'll show you something right here with Ethereum, guys, like this. Here's its peak. And then this was supposed to be the correction. Put it on candles. See, that's lowest. From right there to right there is, if you check that out, 42 days, guys. It was only 42 days right there. Bitcoin was in it for 3 months. So it's always been a question to me. But in my opinion, you really have a good shot with Bitcoin that maybe this was some sort of three-wave move, and then it's making that move over there like that, guys. Okay? You have a good shot that may happen. Now, that's not to say this is going to be a bumpy ride, especially getting out of here right now, getting out of this. And the other reason I say that you have a good shot that is going on with Ethereum is just the size of this wave, guys. Okay? The size of that wave where Bitcoin is right now makes more sense to me that this wave over here, well, it's not finished yet, but the size of it to me is making more sense that this is more than likely going to be that wave, guys. I don't think it's a new sequence. I don't think this is a fifth wave move. I don't like that wave. It's just a lot of questions in there, and everybody's assuming it's some sort of new cycle. I don't think so. I think you have a good shot that this could be the process of a wave. It could be a massive wave up here, a good correction, and in 2023, 2024, that'll be over there, and another massive correction once again into that area, guys. And then that will be the completed sequence for Bitcoin in this area. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5, like so. Okay. So you take a look at that. I'll show you guys 5 like that. Let me put that on a green for the time being, because green means go. Put it on micro, and I will show you the whole thing. That would be the Bitcoin's wave, just like so. Okay. And then, you know, back here, this would be the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, guys. So up and to the right for a while. This fourth it'll be start doing 3 4s, 3 4s. Bitcoin will start doing 3 4s, 3 4s, guys, just like so. 1, 2, and then Bitcoin is in the third wave. 4, just like so. Just like this, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That would be the 3 4, 3 4, and then up, complete the 3, fifth of the third, 4, and then 5, like so. However many years that'll be down the road, something like that, guys, is what I'm suspecting that Bitcoin is doing right now with it. Okay. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.